Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Today we're going to be continuing our series on how to make all the different saplings. Today we'll be focusing on the Osmium Sapling and the Magma Sapling. These have a couple extra steps involved, so we're just going to be doing two today. For this tutorial, we will be using the smeltery, which you can see there behind me. If you're not sure how to use the smeltery, how to make one, I do have a tutorial showing that I will link at the end of this video. If you find the video helpful, please be sure to click like, and most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button. That way you can see all of my tutorials and content as it releases. So we're going to start with the Osmium Sapling. Now, all of the components that we're going to be using today, you should have access to either through the Nether or from the different saplings that we've already done tutorials showing how to make. But for the first one, we're going to need Osmium Amber. And Osmium Amber in a crafting table is a single piece of nickel resin in the center, 2 quartz resin, 2 copper resin, and 4 iron resin. And that will give you Osmium Amber. Okay? So we're going to put that in our smeltery, and we're going to combine that with a mineral sapling to get our Osmium Sapling. So let's go ahead and go through that process. Grab ourselves some components. Now, I've already put a little bit of Osmium Amber in the smeltery just to speed up the process. You can see we've got a little in there. But in order to add the amber, you just right-click on the smeltery controller, and you can put them in one at a time, or you can shift left-click to just fully load it up to its maximum capacity. Once that bar hits the top, it will have melted that amber, and it will have created molten osmium. If you have multiple different molten metals in here, you can just click on the one you want, and that will move it to the bottom, which means that's the one that you are pouring. In this situation, I only have one, so I don't need to do that. It's the only one that's pouring. So once you've got some molten osmium in there, we're just going to go ahead and take our mineral sapling, and we're going to set it inside of a casting table. And then on the faucet above it, we're just going to right-click. And that is going to pour our molten osmium over the sapling. As you can see in the blue box above there, the percentage is going up rather quickly. Once that hits 100%, boop, we can just right-click, and we now have an Osmium Sapling. So very, very easy to do. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is going to be our Magma Sapling. Now, for this we need pyrotheum dust. We're going to be putting this in the smeltery the same way. So pyrotheum dust is 2 blaze powder, a redstone, and a piece of sulfur. Sulfur you can get from killing mobs. There's different components that can make it as well. But if you have a mob farm or you've been farming it all in the Nether, you should have some sulfur by this point. So that will give us our pyrotheum dust, which we're then going to smelt in the smeltery. We're going to put it in a bucket. We're going to fill it in a cauldron, and we're going to dip a blue slime sapling in it. Blue slime sapling. There's a tongue twister. And we're going to drop that inside of our cauldron to get a magma slime sapling. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll get rid of our osmium stuff and grab those. So actually, we're going to grab one of these too. Now, if you have molten metals that you just want to get rid of, like I have a bunch of osmium here, you can pour it out. If you don't want it, you can just break your controller and put down a new one, and that will clean out anything that you have in there. It will waste it, so I mean that it is lost, but it is a quick way of cleaning out your smeltery if you have stuff in there you don't want. So for this one, we're going to go ahead and we are going to load in pyrotheum dust the same way, either one at a time or by shift left clicking. Now this takes a long time to smelt down. So I'm going to just skip ahead real quick in the video to where it's done. All right, and we are back. And as you can see, our dust is now finishing smelting. And now we have some blazing pyrotheum. That's how I pronounce it. And it's inside of our smeltery. So now to get it out, we're going to go ahead and we're going to set a bucket in our casting table. Again, we're going to right-click on the faucet above it. That will pour that into the casting table, and once it has completed 1,000 MBs, we will have a bucket of blazing pyrotheum. All right, so now we're going to take that over to a cauldron. I'm just going to right-click on it and put it inside. Now, blazing pyrotheum is flammable, so I don't recommend using a wood cauldron. You're going to want to use some form of stone for this. Next, you're going to want to take your blue slime sapling and just right-click on the cauldron. And now you have a Magma Slime Sapling. So again, pretty easy once you smelt down your dust. And that is all that's involved with making those two saplings today. So that shows how to make the Osmium Sapling and a Magma Slime Sapling. Now, when placing this in a bonsai plot or on the ground, again, you have to remember that all of these slime saplings do have to go into some type of slimy dirt. The green slimy dirt being the easiest one to make. There are some better versions of slimy dirt which will cause your saplings to grow faster and produce more materials. But it does have to be in a slimy dirt for the slime sapling. All right. Well, that's all involved with putting together those two saplings today. I hope that was helpful. If you do have any questions about this tutorial or any of my tutorials, please be sure to remember to put those down in the comments, as well as if you have any recommendation for other tutorials you'd like to see in Sky Factory 4. I'm always looking for recommendations as well. So, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.